Coprophagia. Coprophagia is sexual gratification from eating shit. Real literal human feces. Not simulated or fake chocolate sauce. We're talking about actual human waste being chewed, swallowed, and sometimes shared. Some do it alone, saving their own bowel movements like leftovers. Others incorporate it into sex, partners defecating directly into their mouths or onto plates like some deranged buffet. And they don't just eat it, they savor it, they review it. There are entire forums dedicated to rating texture, smell, consistency, flavor, and even digestion speed. One man said runny meant love, while chunky meant dominance. You cannot make this up. And here's the thing. It's not always about humiliation. It's not always about being degraded or treated like trash. Sometimes it's about respect. One coprophile described it as consuming the essence of someone's body, taking in everything, even the waste. Another called it a sacrament of filth. Pyrophilia. Some people like candles. Pyrophiliacs want to fire. Literally, they get turned on by flames, smoke, or the heat of burning objects. Some light matches and masturbate to the smell of sulfur. Others burn parts of themselves. One man said he came the first time he watched a barn burn down. Another lights small fires before sex to get in the mood. This isn't just danger, it's obsession, a fetish that flirts with arson, and sometimes it crosses that line. Erotophonophilia. This isn't just giggling attitude. This is full-blown sexual fixation on flatulence. People with erotophonophilia get turned on by the sound, smell, and feel of farts, especially when they're delivered by someone else. Some ask partners to fart directly into their mouths. Others pay creators online for custom fart videos. One user described the sensation as warm, intimate, and primal. Another said they enjoy the embarrassment, the sound, and the smell all at once. It's not about domination or degradation. It's just farts, and they love every second. Hybristophilia. You ever wonder why murderers in prisons get fan mail? Why some of them marry people on the outside? That's not coincidence. That's hybristophilia, a fetish for criminals, especially the violent ones. Think Richard Ramirez, Ted Bundy, or the Columbine shooters. These killers have fan bases, actual fan bases. Some write daily love letters, filling them with lipstick kisses and perfume-sprayed pages. Others send nudes to men convicted of slaughtering entire families. One woman claimed her soulmate was on death row. Why? Because he's dangerous and that's sexy. And she wasn't the only one. When Ramirez was sentenced, dozens of women showed up at the courthouse, dressed up like they were going to prom. Some even compete. They argue online over who knows the real Bundy better. They write fan fiction. One woman reportedly masturbated to courtroom footage of a mass shooter giving his testimony. Another said she couldn't climax unless she imagined herself being kidnapped and owned by a serial killer. Psychologists have tried to explain it. Some think it's about control, fantasizing that they can tame a monster. If someone who's capable of dismembering strangers chooses you, you feel special. Others say it's a deep-rooted need for danger, like riding a roller coaster with no brakes. One misstep and you're dead. But that's the thrill. Emetophilia. Imagine you're on a date, and your partner downs 5 shots too many, stumbles outside, and vomits. You recoil, but someone else starts to get hard. Emetophilia is sexual arousal from vomiting, either watching it, hearing it, smelling it, or doing it yourself. Some people even coordinate their meals to trigger puke sessions. They'll stuff themselves past the point of fullness, guzzling gallons of liquid just to feel the pressure rise. When they finally throw up, it's not relief, they call it release. There's a whole online ecosystem for this. Forums, private discords, and video trades. They swap gag reflex techniques like recipes. How to suppress the smell, how to intensify it, what foods make for the most aesthetically pleasing throw-up, and yes, some go as far as vomiting on each other during sex. To outsiders, it might look like a college party gone off the rails, but to emetophiles, that is calculated. It's intimate. One person described it as watching the soul leave the body for a second and wanting to follow it. Some claim they can't even climax unless they throw up first. Let that sink in. Not toys, not dirty talk, not even penetration. Just kneeling over a toilet and emptying their guts. Formicophilia. You're lying down, naked. A line of ants is crawling across your thigh, into your pubic hair, maybe even between your cheeks. Most people would panic. A formicophiliac? They're moaning. This fetish is arousal from bugs crawling on your skin, especially the genitals. Some even use live cockroaches, worms, or beetles. They claim it feels like 1,000 tiny tongues. Others describe it as the ultimate vulnerability, Some tie themselves up and release insects onto their bodies as a form of stimulation. One guy bred his own ant colony just for this. Urophilia, also known as golden showers, but that's just the surface. Urophilia is a sexual attraction to pee in all its forms. Watching it, touching it, being peeing on someone else, even drinking it. Some urophiliacs say the warmth and wetness turns them on. Others say it's the power dynamic. But for many, it's purely sensory, like a sticky, messy orgasm enhancer. Some drink pee as part of the act. Others soak beds, clothes, or each other. There's even urophilic porn, where people fill entire bathtubs. It's gross, it's wet, and for them, it's heaven. Nasophilia. Not noseplay, nose worship. Nasophilia is an intense sexual obsession with noses. People in this fetish don't just like a good sniff. They're obsessed with nose shapes, nostril sizes, the way a nose crinkles. Some prefer sharp, angular noses. Others lose it over big nostrils, flaring during laughter. One nasophiliac said he couldn't focus in public if somebody nearby had a perfect nose. It was too arousing. And then there's the nose picking part. Some get off watching others dig around their nostrils. There are videos, hours long, of nothing but slow motion nose picking, zoomed in to the point you can count the nose hairs. Some masturbate to that. Others fantasize about sticking objects into the nose during sex. Feathers, straws, even toothbrush handles. A few go as far as to insert fingers deep into a partner's nose while climaxing. Not as a joke, as the goal. For nasophiliacs, it's not the eyes, the lips, or even the body. It's the nose. The fleshy triangle in the middle of your face. That's their main turn-on. Odaxillania. Some people bite during sex, but odaxillania takes it to the extreme. These people want to be bitten until they bruise or bleed. The pain is the turn-on. The marks are trophies. Some fantasize about being eaten. Others want to bite so hard they leave scars. There are even couples who engage in consensual cannibalism roleplay, where one pretends to eat the other alive. They chew, gnaw, and even simulate flesh tearing. It's not sadism, it's hunger. Sexual hunger for flesh. Erotophonophilia. This is the darkest one on the list. Erotophonophilia is the desire to kill someone while having sex. It's not metaphorical, it's literal. Most never act on it, but some do. Famous examples include serial killers who only climax during murder. They don't just kill, they orchestrate it to align with their orgasm. One case documented a man who strangled his partner at climax every time. Some say it's about control, others say it's about the merging of life and death. Whatever it is, it's not fantasy anymore, it's real and deadly.